Well, I actually grew up in Hawaii, and my parents were immigrants from China. They arrived in Hawaii before World War II, and I was part of a family with 5 children. One passed away, so the rest of us were 2 brothers and 2 sisters. My parents registered all 4 of us children in a very unusual school. And so from about 7:15 to about 2:30, I was in an English school. Then from 3:30 to 5 o'clock, it was a Chinese language school. And then I had to transfer because this school only went up to the 7th grade. So I went to another school from the 8th to the 12th grade. And I was the first in my family to graduate from intermediate school and from high school because my parents never got beyond the 4th grade. And then I became the first one to go to college.
I was born 1945, April. Right after the Second World War, that's that era, okay? But I never experienced that mess. The way I grown like that was because of my mother. My mother allowed me to do just me. She was highly educated that era, okay? Not many people have education, but she was because of her background, family background. So I really kind of nurtured my original being from home and K through 12, even though outside world is terrible.
I really thought that I wanted to go into the Foreign Service or work for the State Department. But my advisor said there's an opening at Fresno State, and why don't you apply for it? I said, I'm still about a year away from finishing my dissertation. He said, just go and interview. You need the experience of interviewing. So I went to interview, and he said, how was it? And I said, it was okay, And so I thought nothing about it. But what happened was that evidently Fresno State was interested in me. I taught from about 75 to 2015. I did have some unpleasant experiences when I first came through Fresno State. For example, the president of Phi Kappa Phi, which is the honorary society of Fresno State, was a Southerner, and when the director of counseling on campus introduced me to him, and I, extended my hand to shake him, he actually turned his back on me and refused to shake my hand.
I started feeling, I want to teach. That's I started feeling. That I think I arrived here summertime. Then by October, I started feeling that. So I proposed teaching Japanese, nobody teaching in the community. Only Japanese language taught in Fresno State. So they accept everything. I saw the top person in adult school. She saw me. You teach right away. And after I finished the master degree, I used the master degree, linguistics master degree. So I started able to teach in Japanese using that. But at the same time, already I started doing counseling program. See, I'm a constant learner.
Particularly in California, the Asian American population is a very important dynamic in the state's economy, its life, and its culture. And in places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Sacramento, and of course Fresno, Asian Americans have made vast contributions to the life And there's actually many sort of, let's say, linkages with the non-Asian American community as well. So there's a kind of common bond among them and many other people. So I think it's worthwhile to study about the Asian American experience, because through looking at their history, their present day circumstances, you can understand a lot of other groups in American society. They might be curious about what's going on across the Pacific, and they will want to visit their ancestral homeland, even if they themselves are born in American society. And they might actually have business connections or vocational possibilities that might take them across the Pacific. If you think about things like climate change and you think about the global economy, our students need to be having broad outlooks. They need to actually have a window on the world themselves. So I think it's worthwhile for them to learn about other parts of the world.
I think because that culture is a so unique culture. So it is, to me, it is very important for the really original, the religious belief and values and all those things. What subject you can do? So Asian American study, you can do that more those very principal area that to teach. So to me, I think Asian American studies really important to keep that original person. At least student is able to learn what is my original value is. What is important that really my parents do not talk about anymore, because the parents usually or grandparents do not talk their own family. That's the way it is. They really do not share. They try to really move on. I think this is a good opportunity for campus-wide to have more opportunity to learn each group more detail, and also I think students also a good opportunity for them to really explore themselves too.